has to go back into session. We miss each other about 3 or 4 times. And she finally calls, and it's right before I'm leaving. And she said, look, he's back, and he really wants to see you. I said, well, tell him I'm coming. And I'm not going to say the rest of that line. Tell him I'm coming. And, well, I'm coming.
And something's coming with me.
And I'm bringing my Bible.
And my Bible's coming with me.
Yeah, and so I go to his office. He's there, and it's like cordial, and I could tell something's awkward here. And so we go in. He's like, come into my office and sit down. I said, okay. And I'm sitting, real low, below his desk.
They set it up.
Hey, Thumper, what are we doing? And he says, what'd you tell my secretary? I said, I just have been told that you're soft on abortion. He's like, me? And he starts to get emotional. He said, the reason why I came and took this position is principally because I want to see the babies saved. I want to see all the babies in our state saved. I said, well, why aren't you doing anything about that with Senate Bill 13? He's like, well, and he starts giving me several excuses, and I just rebut them. And it basically came down to this, Chris, you're a Christian. You believe that life begins at fertilization, correct? Yes. If you take life from fertilization, it's murder, correct? Why are you writing bills that allow people to murder their children after fertilization and then call yourself a Christian? If you say you love Jesus, then you will obey him, and he says to not murder, and he says not to approve those who would approve murder, and that's what these bills are doing. Why are you doing that? And he breaks down.
Is this about the level that you're speaking? You're just kind of, hey brother, why are you doing this?
It was a little more direct.
A little more direct, but
yeah.
You're not yelling, but you're being serious with him.
Yeah, I'm sitting there with basically my knees up to my neck in that chair.
Yeah, from that, it's a difficult way
angle
to do. Yeah, they set that up, but you're doing a form of Socratic method with him. You're asking him, you believe this, and you're letting him draw it down.
Yeah.
And you're dealing with some of the objections.
Yeah.
But you say he just starts to...
He melts. And he's clearly under the conviction of the Lord. And he says, this is the most important issue to me. And I said, well, if it's the most important issue to you, then go and do what's right. And if you don't, I might run against you. And he's like, well, you can do that if you feel like you need to. I said, I don't want to. I want you to do the right thing. I want you to stay in this office. I want you to be a champion for the preborn. So I don't have to come up here and do what I don't want to do. I don't want to run for office. And he was very emotional. We prayed at the end. And I have to say this about Senator Kidd. He was convicted. He responded to the conviction. I could clearly tell that he was processing the best he could with the truth that he was confronted with, and he wanted to be faithful. He longed to. Yeah. Left.